Assalamualaikum viewers. Today I will try to complete reforming section in my videos. So whose people still now not watched my previous videos. So please first time watch my previous videos. That only you can understand these videos properly. So viewers, no more talking. Let's start. Now I will explain what types of reaction are happening on the primary reformer. After desulfurization vessel, this primary reformer side coming methane. So first product is methane because 94% methane are available on the feed gas. From the desulfurization section, methane will out and then will add steam. Then it will go to the where mixed feed heater. After going to mixed feed heater, it will get temperature and finally it will go to the primary reformer. Then by this presence of nickel catalyst, this side reaction will happen. So we will get carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. Carbon monoxide react with steam. So what will create? So it will create carbon dioxide plus hydrogen. If methane react with 2 mole steam, that time what will create? It will create carbon dioxide plus hydrogen. So by this way, this type of product we will get. So finally we will get carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and hydrogen we will get after the primary reformer. So how much carbon monoxide we will get? Almost 9% carbon monoxide, 10% carbon dioxide and 69% hydrogen we will get from the primary reformer outlet, but still will be remain some methane. So here is available around 10% methane will be present on the primary reformer outlet. This 4 product will go to the where? This 4 product will go to the secondary reformer. Why it will go to the secondary reformer? Because for the making of ammonia still our required nitrogen. So we will get nitrogen from the secondary reformer, but how will you get this nitrogen? I will explain on the secondary reformer. And another things, still now there are 10% methane available. For the reforming this 10% methane, that time also secondary reformer is required. So if anyone asking you why is required secondary reformer, so you can tell them from the primary reformer outlet 10% methane are available. For the reforming this 10% methane required secondary reformer. Another thing, for making the ammonia our required is nitrogen. For the getting nitrogen required is secondary reformer. So you can tell them about this answer. So I hope you are understand. Today I will explain only up to primary reformer because primary reformer is most important part of this ammonia plant. So I will explain up to primary reformer. Now I will give some important solution of primary reformer. So in an interviewer can ask you what will happen if primary reformer tube leakage. If asked like this question, what answer will you give? That time you can tell them if primary reformer tube leakage, that time furnace pressure will be increased. Another things, more smoke will out by the stack. This reforming side stack are available, so more smoke will be out by the stack. So another answer also you can give, delta P will be increased. So this primary reformer delta P also will be increased. And another thing also you can tell, tube outlet pressure and temperature will be decreased. These 4 or 5 answer you can give. If interviewer asks you what will happen if primary reformer tube leakage, that time you can tell them furnace pressure will be increased, more smoke will be out by the stack, delta P will be increased and tube outlet pressure and temperature will decrease. So normally this delta P, primary reformer delta P 3.66 kg. So viewers, I hope this question you can give answer. So another question, if interviewer asks why is necessary to maintain steam carbon ratio. So this is also most important question. Why is necessary to maintain steam carbon ratio? So normally you can tell them to prevent carbon formation, this steam carbon ratio need to maintain. Another answer also you can give, to get desired residual methane from the reformer. To get desired residual methane from the reformer, that's why I need to maintain this steam carbon ratio. These two answers you can give this. I hope this will be enough. So another question, interviewer can ask you, what is the cause of high methane slippage from the primary reformer? Why this primary reformer methane slippage more? So they can ask, what is the causes of high methane slippage from the primary reformer? If asked like this question, that time you can answer them, if steam carbon ratio low, that time possible to high methane slippage. Another also you can give, if catalyst activity is coming low, that time also possible to methane slippage. And another you can also give, low firing of primary reformer box. If primary reformer box side low firing, less firing, that time also possible to methane slippage. Another, low reformer pressure. If reformer pressure is low, that time also possible to methane slippage. Better understanding of the primary reformer, you have to know the Le Chatelier's principle. If anyone don't know properly this Le Chatelier's principle, please comment in my videos. I will make separate videos for this Le Chatelier's principle. Another principle are also applicable on this ammonia plant. This is called Henry's law. If anyone not understand these two law, please comment on my videos. I will try to understand you easily by example. So okay viewers, if interviewer ask you what is the causes of hot spot, so if interviewer ask you what is the causes of hot spot on the catalyst tube, because there are also different types of causes are available. So you can tell them over firing. If this primary reformer more firing, that time possible to hot spot on the catalyst tube. Another also you can tell them high DP. If reformer side DP increase, delta P increase, that time also possible to hot spot. Another also you can tell low steam carbon ratio. If steam carbon ratio coming low, that time also possible to hot spot. So another also gas channeling and catalyst fuse. If catalyst fuse, that time also possible to hot spot. The interviewer can ask you, what is the causes of high metal temperature? Why this metal temperature possible to increase? That time you can tell them overfiring. If reformer side overfiring, that time possible to metal temperature increase. Second one is, if reformer delta P high, that time also possible to metal temperature increase. If channeling of the gas, that time also possible to metal temperature increase. Another one is flame impingement. If flame impingement, that time also possible to increase the metal temperature. So you can tell them like this answer. So interviewer, another question they can ask you, if steam carbon ratio increase, what will happen? So you can tell them, if steam carbon ratio increase, then hydrogen and carbon dioxide also increase, and besides methane and carbon monoxide will decrease. If steam carbon ratio increase, then hydrogen and carbon dioxide also increase, besides methane and carbon monoxide will decrease. You can tell them easily. So viewers, so now I will try to give some more important information about reforming section. Trip causes of the primary reformer. So first time I am telling you primary reformer, there are different types of trip cause are available. If stop push button push, that time primary reformer will be trip. This is the easy question. You can tell them if stop push button push, that time primary reformer will be trip. Another tip, if steam carbon ratio low alarm coming, that time primary reformer will be trip. Steam carbon ratio low means 2.5:1 coming, that time primary reformer will be trip. Normally alarm will appear 3:1, that means steam 3, hydrocarbon 1. If this primary reformer steam carbon ratio will come 2.5, that time primary reformer will be trip. And some fuel trip also available. If fuel header pressure high, that time if fuel header pressure 4.5 kg, that time also primary reformer will be trip. Normally alarm will come 4 kg. When this fuel header pressure increase up to 4.5 kg, that time primary reformer will be trips. Another thing is, if fuel header pressure low, that time also primary reformer will be trip. Normally fuel header pressure 0.2 kg, that time primary reformer will be trip. Alarm will be appeared 0.5 kg. When 0.5 kg, that time fuel header pressure low alarm will be appeared, and when pressure will come up to 0.2 kg, that time primary reformer will be trip. And another one, if primary reformer burner checking line pressure, burner checking line have one pressure. If burner checking line pressure coming 0.5 kg, that time also primary reformer will be trip. If primary reformer trip by fuel gauge pressure, that time what will you do? Fuel to primary reformer burner need to close. For furnace pressure also have some trip. Furnace trip, if ID fan suction pressure high, that time this primary reformer will be trip. Suction pressure normally if coming 127 millimeter of water, that time primary reformer will be trip. If radiant suction pressure, if a primary reformer side radiant suction pressure high, that time also primary reformer will be trip. This radiant suction pressure high 1.3 millimeter of water. And another one is, if FD fan discharge pressure low, FD fan means forced draft fan, discharge pressure low, that time also primary reformer will be trip. Low alarm will be appear 100 millimeter of water, and this primary reformer will be trip 50 millimeter of water. If 50 millimeter of water pressure will be appear on the primary reformer furnace side, that time primary reformer will be trip. So if primary reformer trip by furnace pressure, that time what types of action will be take? So normally if trip by IDF fan, that time FD fan need to minimum speed, and this vent valve need to open, ejector to steam silencer vent valve need to open. And another one, fuel to primary reformer, superheater, auxiliary boiler, pilot line, or fuel gas line need to close. And if this if this primary reformer trip by FD fan, that time what action will be do? Emergency air door selector switch auto, and no primary reformer furnace pressure high, and need to check primary reformer furnace pressure not high, and IDF induced draft fan need to speed reduce. So now I am telling you superheater burner trip causes. Why possible to trip superheater burner? If superheater header pressure coming high, that time possible to superheater burner trip. Normally superheater burner pressure if coming 1.9 kg, that time alarm will appear, and if coming 2.1 kg, that time superheater burner will be trip. And another trip cause of, if superheater burner pressure low 0.42 kg pressure coming, that time superheater burner also will be trip. Normally alarm will appear 0.5 kg, when coming 0.42 kg, that time superheater burner will be trip. Another trip cause if primary reformer burner checking pressure low, primary reformer burner checking pressure low, that means 0.5 kg checking pressure, that time superheater burner will be trip. So now I am telling you auxiliary boiler trip causes. Why possible to trip auxiliary boiler? Auxiliary boiler main burner. So auxiliary boiler main burner possible to trip if auxiliary boiler main burner pressure high. Main burner pressure high, that means if auxiliary boiler main burner pressure 2.1 kg, that time auxiliary boiler will be trip. Alarm will be appeared 1.9 kg and auxiliary boiler will be trip 2.1 kg. And another one, if auxiliary boiler pressure low, that time also auxiliary boiler main burner will be trip. Low alarm will be appeared 0.09 kg and trip 0.07 kg. Another one is auxiliary boiler pilot burners are also available. Why is possible to trip auxiliary boiler pilot burner? Auxiliary boiler pilot burner pressure high alarm will be appeared 1.05 kg. If 1.05 kg will be appeared auxiliary boiler pilot burner pressure, that time will be trip. Normally alarm will come 0.9 kg. And another one, if auxiliary boiler pilot burner pressure low, that means 0.42 kg will become, that time will be auxiliary boiler pilot burner trip. Normally alarm will become 0.6 kg. And another one, if pilot checking line pressure low, that means checking line pressure 0.5 kg, that time auxiliary pilot burner also will be trip. So viewers, today up to this, in my next videos I will try to explain about secondary reformer, because this video is going to more